Welcome to Showcase Richmond. I'm Matt DiNardo. When a serious medical or mental condition or even injury keeps you out of work for a long period of time, there is a way to get financial help, Social Security disability. But how do you know if what you're suffering from qualifies? Well, to answer that question and others is our friend, attorney Charles Krumbein with Krumbein & Associates. And Charles, once again, welcome back. To qualify for Social Security disability, there's a blue book. Can you explain that to our viewers?
Well, there's 5 things you have to prove.
Okay.
And one of those is that you have a medical condition, not some condition you dreamed up,
right.
And that condition keeps you from doing any work. Now, I've oversimplified this.
Sure.
The Blue Book is the guide published by the Social Security Administration to guide judges, administrators, and you and your lawyer or representative.
Okay.
What's a medical condition that disables you? Some are pretty obvious and some are kind of mushy and subjective, and they're all difficult to achieve.
On the website, on the screen right now, we have there the listing for that so-called blue book, and you can see the website. We'll leave it up a couple of minutes here. This is a long list of conditions. This isn't like a 1-2 page pamphlet. This is, I'm sure, a very thick book, so people can gather the information. But is it easy for the average person to understand?
Not even close.
That's what I figured.
Judges have a hard time with this.
Mm-hmm.
So some conditions are simple. Take heart. One of the guides that says that you are disabled because of your heart condition is, for example, your heart is pumping at, let's say, 20% effectiveness. I don't know what the exact number is. Well, hey, that's not good.
Right.
You could be disabled because of that. But people don't show up at the Social Security Administration with just that number or condition or obvious thing. It's they get close, and you'll have multiple conditions that the judge has to kind of give points for each condition and say, hey, together you're disabled. No one thing makes you disabled.
Now, we've talked about medical conditions, but it's not just medical. It can be mental illness, too.
Mental is one of the big medical problems that people have. There are people who, you know them or know about them, right. They can't focus on a job. They hear voices. I mean, all kinds of mental problems that are very serious, very upsetting, and these are hard to observe. People who are physically sick, you can usually see it, but mental, you can't always tell. So now you need medical records from mental health professionals, which make a judge confident that you really can't work because of your mental condition. We haven't just made it up.
Right. We have a couple of different questions here. Put them on the screen for you. The first one, if my condition is on the list, do I automatically qualify to get Social Security disability? And if my condition is not on the list, then do I just give up? It's a two-part question, obviously.
The answer to both is no. If it's on the list, it's not just on the list. The list describes a circle of medical conditions. You can be in, you can be out, half in, half out. So it's not that simple. If your heart's not pumping at all, right. You're dead. Well, it's silly,
right.
But you're disabled. But that's not what happens to people. And if your condition is somehow always covered by some kind of listing, but maybe you're just not close enough to that definition for that disease.
It's real simple, real quick question here. If my old job required heavy lifting and now I physically can't lift, do I qualify then? Or are there other aspects that have to be met?
This is the #1 misconception. It's not that you can't go do your old job. It's that you can't do any job. And there are some very light, simple jobs in the world. There may not be job openings. Maybe it doesn't fit for you. But we have to prove in some way that you can't do that really simple job.
All right. On the screen right now, it's Charles Krumbein & Associates. Give them a call today, 804-673-4358.